Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching SAMAA News. Here are today's headlines. The human toll of the ongoing Iran-Israel war continues to rise, with the Iranian Red Crescent reporting that 1,332 people have been killed in Iran since the conflict began. According to the Iranian Red Crescent, the death toll in Iran has climbed to 1,332 people as bombing continues across several regions of the country. A total of 3,643 public centres and 3,090 homes have been destroyed in the attacks so far. Meanwhile, the Israeli Health Ministry reported 140 people were injured in Iranian attacks over the past 24 hours. Since the start of the war, the total number of injured Israelis has reached 1,619, according to the Israeli Health Ministry. Saudi Arabia's air defense systems have intercepted and destroyed multiple missiles and drones that were targeting different locations across the kingdom. According to the Saudi Ministry of Defense, 4 missiles and 5 drones aimed at targets inside the kingdom were intercepted and destroyed in a series of defensive operations early Friday. It said 3 ballistic missiles were launched toward Prince Sultan Air Base in Al-Kharj Governorate, adding that the Saudi air defences successfully intercepted and destroyed all 3 missiles before they could reach the base. US military investigators believe it is likely that US forces were responsible for an apparent strike on an Iranian girls' school that killed scores of children on Saturday, but have not yet reached a final conclusion or completed their investigation. US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth on Wednesday acknowledged the US military was investigating the incident. 2 US officials did not rule out the possibility that new evidence could emerge that absolves the US of responsibility and points to another responsible party in the incident. US President Donald Trump has suggested that, after the ongoing war involving Iran, Washington's attention could shift toward Cuba, signaling a potential new phase in US foreign policy. Speaking during a White House event with Major League Soccer champions Inter Miami, Trump said the immediate priority remains finishing the war in Iran, but indicated that Cuba could soon come into focus. During the event, President Trump said the United States wants to conclude the conflict involving Iran first. Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump has encouraged Iranian Kurdish forces in Iraq to launch attacks against Iran as the Middle East conflict widened. Israel said it had started a broad-scale wave of attacks against infrastructure targets in Tehran as Gulf cities came under renewed bombardment by Iran. Qatari officials said Iran launched an overnight drone attack on the US Al Udeid airbase in Qatar. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps said Iranian forces targeted the Ramat David airbase and a radar site in Israel, the Al Adiri camp in Kuwait, where US forces are stationed, and a drone attack on a base hosting US troops in Erbil, Iraq. US President Donald Trump has made it clear that Ali Khamenei's son, Mujtaba Khamenei, would be unacceptable as Iran's next leader. In an interview with Axios, Trump said he wants to be personally involved in selecting Iran's next leader, following the assassination of Ali Khamenei. Trump said he wants someone who can bring harmony and peace to Iran. Iran's ambassador to the United Nations has denied reports that Tehran ordered the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, calling the claims baseless. The envoy said Iran remains committed to international law and freedom of navigation. Iran also condemned the United States for using a submarine to sink the Iranian frigate Iris Dina in international waters, saying the attack violated international law and maritime norms. On the other hand, China is reportedly in talks with Iran to allow crude oil and Qatari liquefied natural gas vessels safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz as the US-Israeli war on Tehran intensifies. 3 diplomatic sources said China, which has friendly relations with Iran and relies heavily on Middle Eastern supplies, is unhappy about the Islamic Republic's move to paralyze shipping through the Strait and is pressing Tehran to allow safe passage for the vessels. The world's second-largest economy gets about 45% of its oil from the Strait. The southern Indian state of Karnataka has banned the use of social media by those under the age of 16, becoming the first in India to join global calls for more scrutiny of minors' digital usage. The state chief minister said in his annual budget speech that with the objective of preventing adverse effects of increasing mobile usage on children, usage of social media will be banned for children under the age of 16. He did not mention when the ban would take effect. 2 Indian Air Force pilots have been killed after a Sukhoi Su-30 MKI fighter jet crashed in Assam's Karbi Anglong district during a training mission. The aircraft had taken off from the Jorhat Air Base but lost communication shortly afterward, eventually crashing in a remote hilly area about 60 kilometers away. In a post on X, the Air Force confirmed the deaths of squadron leader Anuj and Flight Lieutenant Pavesh Duragkar. According to the Air Force, both pilots sustained fatal injuries in the crash. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.sammaa.tv. Thank you for watching SAMAA News.